Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play Disco Elysium. If my mouth would work, I'm Samuel.
And I am very glad that we finally found out the victim's name.
Yes. Very nice. Ellis.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Okay. Yeah.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
I was going to check to see if they would tell me if they sent anyone, but whatever. Okay, so things for us to do. Well, there is this. I want to see if overnight it thawed to where I can pry it open easier now with my weak body.
I really expected Kuno to be here.
I hope not. I use my crowbar for something else. I mean, what?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand.
Pry bar not strong enough. Teaching up on better grip with gloves. No.
The ice around it.
So we're still not getting it. Dang it. Okay, fine. It's worth a shot. While we were there.
Right. Since we didn't use the pry bar, will it be a higher chance or a lower chance now? Because wasn't it minus 20 with the pry bar?
It'll be even higher because we are too dang weak. We're not prying that thing open.
Yeah, good point.
Okay. Oh yes, we have the map. And we need to go back up to
Let's
the room
reconstruct.
and yes. I don't know where I'm going.
Nope.
The same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman. A ray of backward motion explodes from the man's mouth, through the window to the roof outside, widening into a radius. A prime.
I have the map. Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely,
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
have a look at point B prime on the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Have a look at Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
The inlet?
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, B double prime, B triple prime.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Agreed. Have to be thorough.
We must do Kim correctly.
This room has sat all over it. Remind you of your own.
Okay. Wait, what was the cryptozoologist thing?
He's trapped on the other side. Whenever we close the thing, we'll probably run into him, and we can tell him she's looking for him.
Yes.
If he doesn't have the urge to just go home anyway, but... As I once again have to remember how to get down there. For some reason, I just have the urge to go down there. Now, do we talk to our corporate friend anymore? We got the information we need out of her. I'm not entirely sure I want to completely be on her tip, as it were.
Would there be any benefit to sharing that it was not, in fact, that assault?
No, I don't. I don't think there would be. We can keep that in our pocket if we need to, but...
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
See, now they've cleared it out, so pull the lever again.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Ooh.
There we are, Shay.
Nice.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Absolutely.
Check the boardwalk for bullet traces, the island for bullet traces, and Land's End for bullet traces. Okay, so it kind of shows us where different things are, but otherwise, interesting.
Mm.
Breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Oh, look, money.
Hey.
Our crazy driver, the tire
Oh,
marks
there
are
it is.
still.
Mm-hmm. But nothing to inspect. Oh, hello.
Creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. Oh no. Hanged up fuel canister. A bottle drained of all its booze. It's frozen to the... I swear, Shay, if this was us.
How would we have gotten back?
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. That rebel who jumped the canal and broke the waterlock, this is their doing.
This is where the rebel who jumped the canal ended up. Not so daring anymore.
No, not so daring at all.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling.
Mm.
Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
What's the make of this motor car? Can I see the logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Shay, is this our car?
I hope not.
We had to get here somewhere. How?
We're terrible people. I don't think that this is us, though. I'm just gonna go. I'm not sure.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket. A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede.
As you
Aww.
sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Let drama have its day.
The
Yep.
tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water, and a sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
The tide sure is taking its sweet time.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move quicker, yes?
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Do you think I'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
I don't think I'm ever going to find my gun. The world is so big and my gun is so small.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you...
Yeah, it's a Capri. I thought so.
It's a Capri, Model 40.
His eyes turned to you.
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
He's had my suspicion the entire time, hasn't he? That's why he was so willing to do this. Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41.
41.
What do you think it stands for?
Shay! I hate when I'm right.
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
heck guessing district something, a precinct, something municipal. You're getting a horrible headache. Or do we go with oh god no? Because that is genuinely mine.
We can. Let's go with oh god no.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy, and the air tastes sour to breathe. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my god, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing.
More precious than the
Memory.
gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Well, at least
No, I
I can
think you
see
can.
what's in there now.
Yes, let's go take a look.
I found my badge!
Mm-mm. I don't even know what to think.
Spirit cores and shivers, or... I think I like getting more in the visual calculus than the thing. What about you?
Mm-hmm. Visual calculus, definitely.
Look better, too.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge!
At least something good came out of all this.
The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hands. Study it.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that, but the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name, Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Everard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Harrier Dubois it is, then.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it. Catch.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What is Lieutenant W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And W. Ferrier?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
So they wanted to make this man captain twice, and he declined both times.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which, in turn, was developed by last-century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Yeah.
You thought about it too, didn't you? So you've been putting up with all of my because I'm your superior.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Oh, Cam.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Such a small yet precious thing.
Serial.
Expensive.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue?
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank. You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time! We had a good working balance going! What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching.
I absolutely love how they structured this, because imagine if that was your first assignment, like figure out who you are. No, the fact that they've sprinkled in a bunch of different things and then had this discovery, holy cow.
Footprints in the snow, they lead away from the accident. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. The underside of this boat has recently been tarred. Quick travel unlocked. Neat. Okay.
I'm still holding out hope that it was actually Kuno that stole our car and did this. It wasn't actually us.
What are these doing in the fish?
Hi, officer.
The woman in the raincoat stands in the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in the scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. I've got questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a missing cryptozoologist.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for a match.
I mean, it's people who look.
What?
Number 3 seems to be the most diplomatic response, but
Yeah.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? I haven't heard of those.
2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Where'd they go?
I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now, I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine.
That enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it
never
professional.
found a gun.
man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
I'm kind of curious if the human bodies, if that's going to lead us to more things within the, whatchamacallit.
I'm kind of thinking that too. Theoretically use the mine against the against the mercenaries later, but I need to know about those human bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Nice sword. Does it come with a sword?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Hold on, do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more
Jeez.
thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone? Where?
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
Oh.
Oh, say no more. Wait for her to continue.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
Oh, good job, Dubois. You asked about bloated corpses earlier, and that's how they found her husband. Good freaking job, dude.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Definitely not the first one.
I want to go with 3.
I like it, yeah.
Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it?
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what look like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Jesus.
So I take it that's your skiff?
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days? Put your hand in the rain.
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think it'll be ready? There's something we might have to check out on one of the islands. The origin of a shot.
Shot, huh? The boat will be ready when the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command the weather, officer.
My prediction, it will be at least 2 days.
Whew! This game's longer than we thought. Be seeing you. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored.
Now, this does raise what we were talking about before. Where exactly do we find the money? Because we've now got to make up at least, what, $40?
For those 2 days, yeah. You have a point.
Oh, who's this?
It's locked tight. You can't see into this house from this angle. The woman next to the bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan! Shows you got style!
No, Necktie, we will not be doing that. Why did we ever pull this dang thing from the ceiling fan in the first place? What he said, we're cops. We don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I am an ill omen, all right. Or, if I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Yeah, we'll go in number 4.
Yeah.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Shay.
Yes.
Are you looking at number 1? Are you looking at that? You know I have to ask it, right?
For $40, you can stay here for one night.
Right, yeah, that would be hilarious. Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Free dig, Shay! We found it!
The game has provided.
Wait, hold on, you're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
Okay, I'll take it.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here,
It-
in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Finally, you have those lame-os of Martinez off your back, Bratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
My God.
God bless the necktie.
Uh-huh. God bless the voice actor of the necktie.
Oh, yeah.
What is in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Well-
Pornographically poor?
I know, that's a good turn of phrase, isn't it? We'd almost make it a title if we didn't think that YouTube would definitely do something about that.
Absolutely.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But they are away right now.
A few new folks, Shay.
Dun 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 dun.
And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Lillian already.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I haven't seen any drunks yet, though.
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Any way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
See, Shay, that's probably what those coins were that I found. All right.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Shout out to use a word like that, by the way, for the fictional religious order, because everything's fictional in this world, right? So they had to come up with all this whole cloth. That is a nice choice. Anyway, Bible nerd, what can I say?
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I get the feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time. Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing.
What else is down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then, apartments or an electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to a fish market here?
No one. That's why it's closed.
We've
It was once a bustling place, back when I was young. And so was everyone else.
got to check the boardwalk for possible shooting anyway, so we've got to go there.
Now,
Yep.
what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
That's it? There's got to be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End.
That's Land's End is another one of the places we have to go, so this woman
Used
is
to
very
be a
useful.
supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
She drops a bar of soap into the bucket with a splash. Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Ferrier Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
Goodbye. I'm off. Well, want to check our digs first, Trey?
Absolutely. Let's go and see.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door with the key.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying and rolling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Nice little place. The floorboards creak under your step. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39. The intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out a pleasant warmth. We got anywhere to wash in here? You see the waves, the sea, a church.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
Nah, we're good. We're good with the expression.
I agree.
We probably won't have to wash ourselves too much unless there's some mechanic we do not know about till later. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering.
Is there supposed to be like a public outhouse or something like that?
Illegible below the graffiti. So yeah, that's the illegible street sign I think they were talking about. Hard to see the details. The colors warm and welcoming and cozy though. A flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring.
Hello, mister.
That's fine.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily.
She
You know my mom?
We met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
What's that? Point at the stuffed bird hanging from the ceiling.
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
Yes, but what's it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure, just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
What's the other thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
He holds the fuzzy bee. She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Oh, okay. Well, pleased to meet you, Lambie.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy. Bye!
Goodbye.
Oh. She's adorable.
She really is adorable. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. I love, by the way, that this game still has that thing of point-and-click mystery adventures where sometimes you grab the most random objects in order to get stuff done.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
Down rock?
It can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs
That's
as
an
well.
interesting description.
Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like he's afraid of something.
Is Lily your sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Unlike the other children, I don't think they're malicious, they're just kids. There is a difference. See, we get some nice, cute children to deal with the effing monsters.
Nice balance they have in this game.
Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. A wedding stone, well worn and covered in rust.
Wedding stone?
White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Probably to sharpen things.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that's what they meant, to whetstone. But you see dust-covered linens, dried tulips in the bed. So if we wear those trousers, we get one more thing to dwell on.
Can we possibly take off our pants? I mean, we've got the disco pants.
I think that's what that means anyway. The shoes currently give us composure and savoir-faire.
What do our pants currently give us?
-1 savoir-faire and +1 electrochemistry.
We're not trying to romance anyone. And
Let's see if that's what they do. If I'm understanding this correctly. No. I guess I'm not. What the heck is...
Kingdom of something?
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
Oh, jeez.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These Inter-Estellari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense? This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Okay, it's gonna be one of these situations. Okay.
It's like every ounce of my being is telling me I have made a poor fashion choice.
This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
Okay, I get a feeling I know what they're sticking at. How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly.
They're talking mindfulness, Shay.
That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality? What sang-froid?
Wait, is the Kingdom of Consciousness really about doing things or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Oh, God. Oh, God, Shay.
So he's talking about violent change.
You know me, so we gotta figure this one out between the two of us.
My personal view is like I'm a very cling to the moment. Like right now, if this is safe, I don't want anything to change. So yes, I would say yes to this.
And I am not a chaos and bloodshed person. You change stuff, but you don't hurt people while you're doing it,
Right.
for lack of better terms. So yes.
We're going with yes.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line.
And now we're
is-
canceled. Okay, but what is the kingdom of consciousness actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Do not try to lure in the Doctor Who fan by putting Alonzi in here, you stupid game.
Okay, first off, that's hilarious. Secondly, my sibling would have a field day with this.
I mean, Shay.
What is going to really matter? How
There-
is this going to affect us?
You will have opted into something that will be part of his personality, and it will affect certain things in our choices and stuff like that as the game goes on. Remember the whole us choosing not to be a poor cop situation that we were in? That's essentially what's going on. Occasionally things in this game crop up where it goes, hey, are you one of these? And then you have to make that decision whether you are or not. This is one of those moments.
I am finding it difficult not to go with one. I mean,
I know. I know. You want to dive in and see how it goes? This will be the first time that we make a
Let's
decision
go.
that will kind of make our playthrough unique in some ways, right? I mean, other than our character sheet, so to speak. But
Alonzi.
sounds incredible. Allons-y! Let's go there right now.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh, right. Then let's get there eventually?
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revershaw. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Okay, we have gained the Kingdom of Consciousness. Temporary research bonuses, our half-light is going to be down by 2. But that's while we're doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what we're going to get afterwards. Heartache
And it's
is...
only a 1 hour.
Yeah. Let's see. The date of birth generator is 2 hours still.
We have the points we could unlock.
We do have a point we could unlock. You want to do it?
Let's do it.
Okay. So yeah, for now, a half-light is a problem for us, but let the body take control and threaten people. You know what? I'm fine with that. I get why they're saying that half-light is a problem, because if you're mindful, you're a bit peaceful. You're not going to be going, let's punch a dude in the face. Yeah, I'm good with that. We don't play that way anyway, so that's not really a problem for us.
Even as, the game gives you completely free reign, but even though it's just pixels on a screen, you still bring your own personality into it. And I am distraught to play like an evil person in the game, so.
Yeah. I have even thought about like doing certain games, like role-play games that give you those choices, but I know I couldn't stick to it. I just know I couldn't.
Fable, for instance. Oh, jeebus.
Composure and savoir-faire. Okay. Well, we've currently got 2 in composure. 1 bonus from items, so that would make it a 4 instead of a 5. That's still not a bad thing if we wanted to swap the shoes out. Because Savoir-Faire is currently getting a -1 thanks to our...
Is it appropriate for us to wear those shoes? Didn't we steal them from right behind Leanne?
I mean...
presumably these are her husband's boots, right?
I don't know. No, because they were in the fish. So she's fished them up.
Oh, gotcha.
These are cavalry boots. They aren't...
Okay.
They aren't fisherman's boots. So we get +1 of perception off of that. I think that's a good trade, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, that's
also,
neat. Got a whole list of
what were you
keys.
thinking? Also, as far as the car accident and everything, this is making a lot more sense why we have temporary amnesia too. So
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could be breakdown potential in all this. But that's something to dwell on next time, because we gotta wrap this one up. If you guys want to follow all of our other Let's Plays, head on over to tscn.tv/play. And until next time, play on and see you guys
later.
This has been a production of the Samcast Network, tscn.tv. What's your passion?